All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. So, there's a few stocks that I'm watching up. Let's see. There's a couple of them here on the list, not too bad. Although the watch list could have been better, right? So we have AGBA, ZCMD, RWOD. I'm gonna watch that one just in case it gives a bounce. And what's this thing called? XPON from yesterday wasn't the best moving stock, but did hold up its levels today. So I'll keep an eye on it just in case. A bit of a continuation move, perhaps if volume gets into it and we can get a good uptrend. Dan Juan, what's up? Good to see you. For those of you guys tuning in on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. So let's see here. Let me start my screen recording and then I'll get some trend lines going for AGBA. That one seems like it's going to be the hot one right now. All right, screen recording looks good. So AGBA, this one is up 45% with 21 million shares of volume. So I've traded it before. I do have some trend lines already here. I'm going to remove the ones that are intraday levels and start a little fresh. I'll keep the daily ones because, they'll be relevant. So this stock made a move yesterday and then came back down. So I want to start yesterday. Let's go back and see what we had. So we had a high of 166. I believe this is the one that gotten halted up, right? And then came back down. So we had 166. And so far today, a high point of 152. So we'll definitely want to push over that level. That's first things first. Can we get over 166? And if we do, looking back at the daily chart, there's a couple of key levels here. Around 295, we had a bit of a double top. So break of 3 can be a big level. Assuming it's strong and it starts to push up, right? This gives us some, a bit of a target here to the upside. So not bad there. And other than that, we had bigger candles where we sold off going back to April 28th of last year and January 13th of last year. Those levels were 630 and 536. So over 166 is the key here. Over 166, there's room to the upside. Can we get up there to then $2, $2.50, perhaps $3? So we'll see how this one does. AGBA looking decent. Hopefully we can see some nice opportunities. And if the halt levels can be a little wide, that can be a bit of a plus. Quickly, just look at RWOD. The high point here was $30. 30.50. 30.50, man. Absolutely insane. It's pulled back, and I believe our low point here, our first low point was 11.58. And it seems like we're kind of around that level right now. So, anything uptrending here, to be honest, is good. If we can, even get back to 14 or 15, could be really good. But the volume is light. It's up 46%, just 2.6 million shares of volume. We'll see what it does. Sometimes, it's hard to really know which stock is going to be the one. So I'll try and just look at everything that seems relevant and then rotate into the open, stock to stock. Hey, which one is a strong one? So ZCMD, this is also another one, up 84%, 17 million shares of volume. We got a high point of 361. That's in after hours yesterday, 361. And so far today, high point coming in at 313. The low of the current pullback, 260. So we'll see how this one does. Let's see the daily chart. We got the 200 EMA at 620. 620 on the daily chart for the 200 EMA. And let's see, I mean, there's some levels here, not super obvious, but we do have a few levels. Perhaps, let's say 310, you know, it was this March 12th, a bit of a rejection candle, higher volume. So that's right into our pre-market high. So we'll definitely want to see this thing pull away. I think the closer we get to 5, the better it looks. And from there, hopefully we can get to the 200 EMA at 620. That's ZCMD. So definitely you want to see this one push up and be strong. XPON from yesterday. Let's see. I want to mark out yesterday's high and perhaps today's pre-market high, and I should be good here. We had 350. XPON lighter volume held up from yesterday, but not too sure if it's going to do much. Right now it's currently down here around 290, so definitely a pretty big drop off. So I'll watch AGBA into the open and I'll take it from there. So as usual, remember our disclaimer. Remember that day trading is risky business. It takes a lot of time to learn. So if you're new, even if you've been around, you're not quite where you need to be, guys, take it slow. All right, small accounts, small share size, simulators, right? Protect yourself as you're going through the learning curve. Other than that, remember the live streams and recaps are never a reason to try and copy what I'm doing. Can't say, hey, Relentless is looking to buy $5 area, I'm going to buy $5 area. There's still a lot behind that, right? There's a lot of risk management and a million other things that goes into it. It takes months and years, all right? Lastly, remember, I do not invest for my subscribers. So what that means is that I'll never message you first. I will never message you first randomly. So stay safe and be careful. Fake accounts on all platforms. So AGBA, I got small size for everything. Let me just double check my size. Okay, looking good to go. What will it be? So 150, there's 152, 153, 155, okay, 57. The halt is at 74. 64, it's pushing up aggressively here. Not bad at all. I'll get in over 64 here if it keeps going. If not, I'll watch maybe for a quick pullback. There's 54. It's definitely stronger than I would have thought. For that first move, it wasn't bad. I'm going to try 54 area here. Tight stops. Let's see if it does come back up. All right, 59, 52, and it's coming down. Keeping it tight. 50. The candle's going to close with a fair size wick, which I don't love. But we are still here, so still watching. And perhaps I take my quick gains, just a couple cents. Because from 59 down to 50 was pretty quick just now. Yeah, 42, 37. I'll try 37 for the dip. Can we see a bounce? 45 at least. Cutting that scratch. RWOD seems interesting, but it's a huge spread. I'll use small size here. Perhaps break of 12. I'm late. Damn. It's halting up. This is good. There's a 13,000 share seller. How you feel again? I gotta hit the bids. Let's try and hit the bids here. Okay, the spreads are a little bit better. This is dangerous here. Can we see that bounce? The volume might be a little too light on this one. I think the volume might be a little too light. Volume wise, yeah, I think the volume is a little too light. Now I'm really looking at the volume. It would have been good to get that halt up though. The low was kind of low, 1144, which is disastrous really for a stock with a height of 1270. So I put 500 shares because I knew this thing, the price range is going to be a little tricky, but good first trade though. The halt up is at 1297. We'll see if more volume gets into it. So far, definitely a slow start to the day. I think for me, sizing down though right now is not a bad idea. Even on this stock, just like 300 shares. I gotta make it so that it's hard for me to get red. So when something does come, I can get green right away. And this has potential, but it is risky. If more volume gets into it, it looks way better. And it has a warrant. I got long for break of 12. There was a seller, but the moment I got in, it ripped through the seller so fast that I got filled 40 cents higher. I'm in at 1242. It goes to 69. Still a decent trade, but would have loved to capture the entire amount. AGBA back over 45 could be interesting here. And I'm going to take my couple of cents. AGBA. Okay, so there's a halt level coming up here for the other one, which could be good. What was this thing called? RWOD. If it gets halted up, I would be interested. I think that could be a way for us to see more volume in that stock. Can we get through 50 AGBA? It is for a cheap stock. It's moving a little bit. Like it has that range to bounce up and down a couple cents, which I like. So if I'm quick with these trades, I can see something. I'll pull it up on the screen here in a sec. Can we get back over 150? Waiting. AGBA. Can this one talk to us nicely? Coming down though, 40, 38. Very slow start to this day compared to every other day in the last 2 weeks. I haven't done great in the last 2 weeks, but we've been seeing opportunities. So we definitely got to be patient. There's a hidden seller here. Should have went immediately for RWOD at 13. Can we get through the level? The VWAP is at 1352. We should have went. Can we get through? There's a spread. 64 by 88. 66 by 99. It's pretty brutal. There's 13 again. There's green hitting the tape. It's not going. Green hitting the tape. It's not going. Do we have shares to short? See, the thing is with these sellers is that you just don't know how many shares, right? If it's on the last 1,000 shares, if it comes back up, we rip through. It's still there, still green on the tape, not no good. Hidden seller. The volume is still pretty light on this stock though. AGBA back at 146. AGBA could definitely, take over as the top stock here. But we'll see. There's 50 and there's some massive sellers. We got at least 100,000 shares, I think, up there, which is a lot. But the stock is cheap, so we'll see. Seems like the type of stock that I could take 10,000 shares on pretty easily. TWG, how are we looking? That wasn't bad. Come on, show me 50 here. 50, 50, 50. The moment I'm in, I want to see the stock moving up, not red printing on the tape. See another boost back up. There's a small seller here. Okay, we're eating up. Not bad. Can we see 46 out of this? I'll be out a little early. And there's 46. 47. Okay, good. 48. Not bad. There's a 54,000 share seller. 44, 45. But the shares got bought up almost right away. Can we keep holding up and get over 50? But right here is where I got to be careful of this teleporting down to 130 because that could happen. I'll take the couple cents. I'm going to increase my share size slightly so that these couple cents can be a little bit more meaningful. But I got to be careful of catching a bigger loss. But still want to see this thing over 150 and candles closing above 150. So far, we've been fighting for our life here at VWAP. 47. 48. 49. It definitely has potential. That was enough, but it didn't go. We bought up most of the shares there. How far will it go is the question. Can we see 56, 60? KB, KB. Are the Bulls still alive? Are the Bulls still alive? Can we see 55? 48. We need to hold up high 40s and get over 60 here. Even if it takes a minute. If not, time to go short. 53. It might go to the depths. Taking forever. I think I'll wait for over 55. But you see that higher share size here with a couple cents is adding up, right? It's like right here, I'll always have this conversation with myself. Right here I could say, hey, maybe I'm done for the day and just walk away. Now it's too early for me to walk away, regardless of where I'm at, but just a fair conversation at least bring up, right? 53. Okay, it's trying. Can we get through 55? It seems like it's gonna go. I gotta get back in here. Can we push through? All right. This is where I usually would size up aggressively. Can we see something? Do not false breakout. Do not. Come on, 65. Where's the moon? Take me to the moon. Not quite. Oh, that's all right. It's never personal, right? You gotta just keep it tight if it doesn't want to go. 51, 50. And I did take 5,000 shares, which is not a lot for this stock, but you know, something. Waiting. I'm playing more defensive here today, or else I'd already been in at this level. Now I'll get in as I start to see a little bit of green. Well, only 53. I think this is what's been happening to me the last 2 weeks too, is that I've been too aggressive. Like I've been buying before. Oh no, okay. Let's wait. I've been buying before there's been anything like I've been trying to be the first person to buy. Like it's that's too much, you know? I don't need to be the first and I don't need to be the last. I think that's what's important. And so when looking at a stock and there being some sort of trigger for the entry, you know, usually that trigger is watching for that volume to get in. And I've been trying to beat a volume. That is like much more difficult to do than just, you know, kind of just waiting a little bit. If it gets back over 50 here, it looks really good. I'm going to get in with a tight stop, break even stop. Now we see 45, 46. And perhaps not. Okay, 46. I'm going to size back down. I'm going to drop down to 1K size for now. Let me check the other stocks. Being that this one is struggling. It's like up there we really needed to get through where I took that the 5,000 shares. Right there needed to go to 65.70. Like that was the prime area for that move and not, nothing happened. And I'm there squeezing like, do not false breakout, because this is what the false breakout it looks like as we come back down to the depths. RWOD, HEBA. Like, this doesn't even look like the same market from February. Night and day difference. This looks like a ghost town. How many people are here? It's 578 people here. So it's people still, nobody's on vacation really. There'll be days where the live stream only has 300 people, like close to a holiday, and okay, people are just, on vacation. It's coming down. There might be a dip here at some point. A dip entry, rather. I'd want to see it come down a little more though. But it seems to be holding 31. I'll try. Can we see 35, 36? There's 34. And I'll take my 2 cents. RWOD curling up, but really low volume. I'm going to drop down to just 150 shares in that one. 1214 was a key level. WISA. Yeah, time to switch gears indeed. What was yesterday's high? 754. This is a good move here. The pullback was good. Low, 64. Highs at 30. 689. See, the only issue with a stock like this is, it seems extended. This is not going to be easy. I mean, it never is, but, there's a bigger drop. The last pullback held up and it was tight. We had so many green candles going up. We held up $7 right there, which is a good sign. That gives me a little bit more confidence. I'm going to start with just 500 shares here. High 31. I'm in at 07. We had 30 on the ask, but right back down. It seems like high risk stuff is what it seems like. Because if I'd bought half second late, I'd been filled at 30. I'm gonna take the couple cents and wait. Can I see a move lower here and a hold? There's 03. Is it good enough? I'll try it again. Tight stop. But it's like right here is where you got to be careful to flush out. It seems like it's a possibility. 7. All right, I'll try again. I'll take the 13 cents. Should have gotten back in. I could have gotten back in. Let's see. I want to see the continued push here to 30. I'm going to look to mark it in if I can. Didn't get filled on the bids there. Can we push through? Higher risk trade here? Not quite. Tight stop. 30. 30. We need a new high of day. Oh, there's a bid. 16, 15,000 shares. And the bid disappeared. Right back down. So that just looks like manipulation. Somebody just putting an order, then canceling. This one is one to be careful with. This is not really ideal. It definitely is offering opportunities, but there's a lot of risk here too. Best case scenario, you have something with limited risk, but really high, upside. Let's say upside potential. Like it just, strong moves up, good green candles with smaller pullbacks. This I can buy the high of the breakout and be selling at $7. So I'm not gonna use size, at least not yet. There's a 10-cent spread at times. This 5-minute candle is about to close. Perhaps we see some more pullback here, meaning that we're at the lows, and there's a couple seconds. There it is. So the new candles here, what's it going to be? I think I'll probably try mid-20s. Well, there's 06. High risk, high reward. Can we see low risk, high reward? 12 by 19. And we can always opt to not even touch this stock, That's always an option. And the size down. There's 23. See, and then the bid is at 11. Like, just, I mean, the breakout might not even make any sense at all. It's just too risky. Why am I buying 25 to selling here, I'll try this. Can we slingshot back up? Not quite. Bottom of the 7 C's. But, coming over to it and missing all those green candles going up, I'm kind of already too late to the show. Sometimes you got to be on time. We were occupied. Opportunity will cost, always. This has to be like the worst day I've seen, I think, all year. I mean, what's going on? Crazy, crazy that I'm green on a day like this versus all the other days where I finished red, where I should have been green. But this has been a long time since it's been like this slow. Hopefully, this is just a day of rest and nothing more. The overall market is pulling back a little bit, and of course, there's more conflicts overseas. It's curled back up a little bit. WISA. Will it get all the way through 30 here? It will. I'm going to try to dip. Can we go again? Cutting it. Cutting it scratch. I didn't take that trade because I thought it was too extended. But it's going to go. It got to 50. I do like that it's holding up. We could have sold all the way off. This could be a decent sign. I don't know. Maybe not a decent sign. Maybe needs a little more time. So low there. Can we hold up 02? That's been our support before 99. What I don't want to do is to be too red here, so I got to be careful. I'm honestly not super interested in it. AMC. It's been a while since we saw AMC. And this one had a hard time over the years. I mean, people still watch movies, but with all these streaming services, man, companies like this definitely took a hit, especially during the pandemic time. Although they had that massive move. I don't know. I'm thinking to call it a day. Like, I prefer not to stick around through this slow momentum here. Biggest winning stock was AMC. Yeah, a lot of people did well on AMC, GameStop, PHUN, Express, EXPR. I wonder if those stocks come again. I mean, we'll see. They will, right? When we have that type of opportunity again, I wonder how well I could do now. I'd prefer, and the good thing is that when we did have those stocks, you know, we had sympathy momentum. So even if you didn't trade GameStop, PHUN was, from $2 up to like 20, which back then, of course, was pretty crazy. We had Express, EXPR, like from 2 to 10. GameStop, of course, did its thing. I mean, that stock was insane, man. Yeah, I'm thinking about shutting it down because, well, we probably shouldn't even give him back this $100 that we did on this other stock. This is the type of day to show up, see nothing working, and leave. This is the worst. This is the worst day to be here trying to force trades. If I'm ever gonna lose money, it has to be on something that's, you know, fitting the criteria very well, right? Now, for the people who are sticking around till late, more than likely the idea is, hey, if I can keep it tight now, something will probably come that's good in between now and 4 p.m. And then I can capitalize. Sometimes what happens to me though is that, I size down, I keep waiting, and then along the way, something looks good, but it's a bluff. And then I fall into the trap of sizing up, thinking it's a good move, a good setup, and it might be a good setup, right? It usually is, but then it fails miserably. And then hello red day, and then sometimes a stock that I'm hoping for, by the time it comes, I'm only able to get back flat, or it never comes at all. And then red day recap. Am I really about to trade AMC? See, this is what happens. I did look at this green candle here too. I'm like, man, big move, but this stock is hard to trade, man. I've already tried this years ago, many times, and that's how you fall into the trap of thinking something looks good. You buy here, there's this red candle waiting for you, down 500, and then I'm telling myself, why did I do it? Sometimes the same songs will play again here, right? Whatever you do choose to do, you have to just accept it though. You have to accept the risk and the reward. It can always be on the other side of that. Some people will stick around and maybe they will do well on something else that comes, right? If you're not here, then you're not here. If something does come, you miss it. But yeah, it's Friday. I am gonna shut it down early. 10 a.m. I mean, it seems so early though. 10 a.m., But I'll take the $335. Better than nothing. What I'm hoping for is a strong last week. If the last week of the month can be good, that's all I need. Right now, the month is like a little subpar. I mean, it's just so frustrating, but all good in the neighborhood. But if we come in on Monday and there's good opportunities, we can really dial it in. Not a bad red to green here, but perhaps a little early. This stock still looks good though. You include the pre-market picture, you zoom out, right? It looks decent. This is the kind of stock, around 11:30, 12 o'clock, it gets back to the highs and it gives a good move or something. So we'll see if that ends up happening. I'll be around. Guys, be sure to check out the Discord. All right, the Discord is our chat room if you're interested. The chat room is always on and active before the live streams, during the live streams, after, even on the weekends. WISA back at 725. Can't say it doesn't look interesting, but will it go all the way? Is that somebody's brakes? What the heck, man? G Dub, what's up? What's going on? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. And VFY, I'll take a look at it. WISA, man. Every time I think about trading it, it just flushes down on the bids. Yeah, okay, let me get out of here because, again, you stick around too long, you start to get sucked back in, and then you're just taking, trades on stocks that's not even worth looking at. Got to get out of here. Whilst the going is good, come back later if something is hot. Yeah, it's an early live stream. I haven't done a recap in the last like 4 days or something because I've been slacking. That's really the truth. I've slacked off on the recaps. I had some smaller flat days and I kind of didn't do it. And then, this is the thing with consistency is that you have to always do it or else you start to get lazy. So I took a break from the recaps, slacking off. And now, it's also, let's put it like this too, right? I mean, I've been doing it for like 5 years now, like almost every day. I think I've done the recap at least 94% of the times. It's to the point where on a day like this, like especially a day like this, it's like it's harder to do it because I'm gonna go on there and it's like there's nothing to really say other than it was such a slow day. And VFY, small move here. I'm watching at it on this other screen. I'll pull it up over here too. Yeah, KB's nowhere in sight, and the Bulls are nowhere in sight either. KB, are you here today? KB is also a viewer on the YouTube live stream. Use the Guardian account in short. I know, right? That'd be a much better option than what we're seeing here. WISA pushing it 50 back down to 30 again. Perhaps those quick dips could work, but definitely carrying some risk. Yeah, KB, it doesn't look like KB's here. All right, I'm out. I gotta shut it down. This is the thing with the market, man. You'll just stay here all day, just. So for those of you going all the way till 4 p.m., continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient, continue to look for those opportunities that you know and love. And also keep the wrist tight, right? Whether you're holding longer, someone who's scalping like me, there's a lot of people here, there's a lot of different trading styles, but ultimately for whatever you're doing, keep the wrist tight, keep the discipline. For those of you who are in MMU and following the blueprint of the hyper scalping style, you guys know we're always looking for the immediate move. If the stock is not going in the direction we want to be out of there, right? We want to keep it tight. But other than that, yeah, stay safe, stay green, enjoy the weekend. Do not obsess over trading. Remember, it's always good to detach. Spend that time doing other things. It doesn't make any sense to just think about the market all weekend long. In fact, it's not healthy. Take that time, relax, do all the other things that you do and love. And then, when you have some time, maybe Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, you study up. It doesn't have to be for 10 hours, but whether it's an hour, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever amount of time you have to just go over the chart, give yourself that overview of the week, how things went, how you want to approach next week. Set up a plan for yourself. Coming into Monday morning, you already know how you want to approach things, right? Um, and all of that is risk management, right? This NVFY. The halt up is at 75. Just like that, I'm getting just like that, getting sucked back in again. It's moving though, it's moving. Small bid. Perhaps it continues here. We'll see. 40. Can we see over 50? It's actually moving fairly well. Guessing more people are watching at it. There's more volume now. The last pullback actually worked out fairly well over 19. That halt is now at 85. I don't know if it has what it takes to get there, but seems a little extended off that last move. Not the greatest fill there. I had to fix the setting in this computer. It keeps changing my screen. The blue light settings. It's not immediate, but it's gonna bounce. And it's a good bounce from 25 up to 43. Pretty decent. Almost no reaction to that bid right there. It seems like they're canceling orders and then putting it back. Also good to not give it the chance to get you, Gotta be quick with these entries. Let's see how this does. It's having a hard time. 17. WISA. Small move there. This might be backside. This candle's about to close. It's not looking good here. Well, that might do it. A little disappointing to miss that first dip. I mean, I was in fairly decent looking back at it. Hindsight 2020. But we didn't get the immediate bounce. It looks like it's finished. This type of red candle here is how you want to. More than likely, it's the backside. Like this, we should never see this for a strong looking stock on the 5. Topping wick, higher volume going down versus the volume going up. Just not ideal. All right, now I'm out of here. So yeah, if you're going the distance, continue to be disciplined, continue to be patient. And I think I was saying, yeah, do not obsess over trading, right, over the weekend. Keep it cool, enjoy the time, study up when you can, and then let's be ready for Monday morning. Hopefully we see some better action and some better momentum into the next week. So we're gonna end the day at 238, small green. We're gonna take it, and we will smile. Come back next time. All right, guys. Stay safe, stay green. Relentless Trader is signing out. WISA, by the way, for those of you going all the way, might be worth watching. I'm out of here.